guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to be making a rotator cuff, and I'm going to try to make it just big enough to put a single in, but yeah, so I'm thinking like a gummy bear single. So gummy bear themed bracelet, but it's going to be rainbow, okay? And I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, because these take me like 3 hours to just make one. And as I'm doing this, it is 5, almost 6 o'clock. Also, I got new nails. Thank you to my cousin. I don't know if you're actually watching this, but this is amazing. I love them. Also a lifesaver, because this one came off. But yeah, I might time-lapse through the long parts. This just really depends, because it will probably be around 8 or 9 o'clock by the time I get this done. And this will be posting tomorrow, probably. So, yeah. So, like I was saying, I don't know how long this is going to be. Also, you will not have the best angle. I'm so sorry about that. I don't have a tripod, so I really need one of those. Yeah. I'm thinking about starting to sell my bracelets once I can actually get some good, like, actual good bracelets going. So, I'm also letting you know this just in case the camera falls over. So I'm going to start with my pink beads. And, yeah. So I'll come back to you after I finish the single. So now I'm, tying off my single. I use 36 beads, that way I can have, kind of loose, it's kind of loose, but not, like, completely, like, tight. It's so much worse trying to do candy with these nails, but, I love them anyway. Okay, we'll do it. We got this. Markiplier going on in the background. Whoa. Okay, so, single. It's not going to be too tight, hopefully, around my wrist. Ignore the background noise, there's so many people. But, yeah. Markiplier, again. Yeah. So I'm going to start working on the X base. Well, this is the X base. I'm going to start working on the X part of the cuff. So I'll come back to you after I get the first row done. I'm going to retie this one more time, and then yeah. So, when you get here, if you haven't ever done this, it's gonna start looking like this. So what you do is you take 3 beads, right, and put them onto the string, like you're gonna make something. That didn't make sense. Okay. You put 3 beads onto the string and you thread this. You thread the end. Big pause. I can't think right now. Okay. You thread this end into the bead 2 beads over. Keep repeating that until you get back to the start, which I started with pink, and I'm going up to the point. So you go, when you finish, you go up to the point, make it go up to the top of like the little spike. And then you're going to take, I think it was 3 beads. You keep doing 3 beads. And so you take 3 beads, thread them onto, that's 2, 3 beads, and thread them onto the string. Try to keep this up here. And then you thread it through this top, right? So you just keep doing that, and you repeat the process until you've gone all the way around. And then you keep doing that over and over again until you get the desired height of your cuff. So this is a rough version of what it should look like when you get done with the first row of X's. You can see them right here. There's X's here, trust me. And you keep repeating that as many, well, you have to have at least 2, but 3 is the taller ones. Now, when you do this, make sure you keep pulling it tight so that it gets the 3D shape. So like, for example, I'm sorry about my fingers, you pull it like this, and it can keep the little wall shape, and it will ultimately help you make the cuff a whole lot easier. When you finish your X's, you're going to go through and put 2 and then loop it through each spike. So basically, which I'm doing like this chevron type style, I guess, ish, but it's like stripes down the side. So you put 2 beads on, okay, and then you take it, put it through the top spike. This is after you get everything done. And then it should make another part of the X. Now this is you closing it off afterwards. So, you put another one here, and then you put another one here, and you come right here, and boom, just pull it tight. And then the last one, purple, and then a pink, and then put it through the X here. And you pull it tight. So by the end of that, you should have something like this. Ugh. And then you'll just tie it off and pull it tight. After you do that one step that I showed you, you tie it off, and then you go, if your string is long enough, you go ahead and you start doing this. So you loop it through one of these, okay? Loop it through this one, like the middle one, part of the X, and then you put 5 beads down. Find a middle in between this, so one color, find a middle in between the next color over. Now, if it's like this, where it's pink, purple, and then blue, then you're gonna go pink to blue, and then blue to yellow, then yellow to pink, and then pink to blue, and blue to yellow again. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna loop 5 beads through. You're gonna thread it through this, and then come back up. So, let me show you. So, I will show you. So you do, after, let me finish this one. Actually, I'll show you how to do that one. So the way I'm doing it right now, blue, then green, then yellow, then orange. If I can get that on there, then pink. And you take these 5 beads, you let them go through. So let them come up here. And then you find, so where this is right here, you're going to come over here and you're going to loop it up into this. And then you just pull through. And make sure you keep pulling tight because these do want to come loose. And I've had one break at school where I cannot do anything about it because I don't have string or scissors or beads. And that was my first rotator. So after that, you're going to take 5 more beads of the same pattern. I would suggest doing the pattern down and then doing it back up again. So I'm taking pink, orange, yellow, green, and then blue right here. And then I'm going to come down here to yellow, right? Yellow goes to pink. Now, yellow goes to pink, and you're going to push that through this hole right here, and then you're going to just pull the string until it's tight, and then it should look like this. And you keep doing that until you have an entire ring around the top, which I know this is like a bit much, but I promise if you're a beginner candy kid or beginner candy maker, these are not completely terrifying to make. But yeah. So you take this right here, and then you're going to come back up into the top right here with pink. So when you push this one through here, if I can get it through, so you'll just, this is where I wish I had those needles. I may do a drawing where you get 1 free candy bracelet of your making if you win that drawing for the month. So, yeah. I can leave my email down in the description, and I think I might start doing that. But, 1 lucky subscriber out of my public ones will get 1 free candy a month. And I will do a drawing and probably record that or do that on live. And it just depends on how long it will take me. But I do know that this video will be coming out tomorrow. I may finish this early in the morning and then try to do some editing towards the end of the day. I only get 5 hours on my phone, so that's one reason why. And then, yeah. So basically, if I were to give you any tips about this, right? You're going to do this on this side, but then you're going to do it on this side as well. And there's going to be a space in between. At this rate, I'm just going to start trying to piece this together. And then I'll just give you the update tomorrow on the channel after the full-length video comes out. But you're going to do this on this side. You're going to repeat the process. And then when you get back to here, right? So you're going to come here, right? Or, no. That's not right. Okay, so this is going to come to this one, and then this one is going to come up here. And then this is going to come to this one, and this one is going to come up here. And so after that, you loop down to this one, and then you come over to this one, and you're just going to make little X's with the space between into that. So, yeah, if that makes sense, I can show you, I can make another X cuff, or an X stitch and stuff, and then, make another video, but it is getting late and it's almost time for my bedtime. So, yeah, I just wanted to tell you that. At the end of the day, this is actually a really good cuff to have. I will update on the gummy bear cuff in about, well, tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. But, yeah, this definitely takes a good few hours. It's 8:47 right now, and I'm not completely done with this. And I started at, what was the time I said in the first clip? I said, 5:50 or something like that. So, yeah, this takes a while. I will admit that it's a heavy piece, but it's worth it in the long run. So, try your best. If you have any questions, just comment down below, and I'll see you guys later.